Bacteria. More bacteria. Even more bacteria. Even more bacteria. Watch it glow right now.
Glowing bacteria.
It glows. Bacteria bath.
Hold on, now do it. You can see that.
Glowing bacteria.
That smells god awful. Get that cover back on there.
That's how you know it's bacteria.
2 minutes. 2.5. Now it's done.
I don't know what else to do. Bacteria.
Oh, bacteria.
This is what you keep bacteria in.
If it is,
Bacteria's on his arm.
doing it
It's on my
that
hands.
might be a little different.
It's on this camera. Right there. And so one day, old Henry Manchester is just walking along. He's just chilling as a bacteria, living his life, just having fun, eating microorganisms. Woo! But then, out of nowhere, comes Lord Von Strep. He's like, oh, I'm really mean. I'm gonna eat you and devour you. And so then, Henry Manchester's like, oh no, I need help. Doug, come here.
So then here comes Doug Abernathy and he goes, what'd you say? You need some help?
Yeah, I do.
So he goes,
Binary fission.
alright, binary fission. Wah!
And now there's 3 of them, and Lord Von Strep is like, oh my god, you beat me this time, but I'll be back. And so then, Henry Manchester's like, oh, thanks, guys, I really needed that. And so then, all the Dougs are like, it's okay, dude. And then they all just go away. They go their separate ways. And so then, Henry and Doug, they go on a normal day.
That was a minute exactly. Go.
This is Henry Manchester. He is a bacteria. He has a cell wall. Pew, 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 pew. He's immune to these things because he has a cell wall. This is Lord Von Strep. He has flagella, which helps him move. This is Doug Abernathy. He is a cockeye bacteria, as you can see. But then he becomes Bacilla because he's side by side. But he can also be normal.
He's everything.
I want to see.
Done.
We can make it happen.
Cyanobacteria are gram-negative bacteria with a number of unusual traits. They photosynthesize in the same manner as plants and are believed to be responsible for first introducing oxygen into the primitive atmosphere.
Yeah, I did something wrong, but Benny did something wrong.
I made oxygen.
Benny threw my bag without.
Bacteria, domain bacteria, are the more prevalent type of prokaryote. The classification of bacteria is still being developed. Of primary importance at this time are the shape of the cell and the structure of the cell wall, which affects gram staining. Bacteria occur in 3 basic shapes: rod-shaped, bacillus, round-shaped, coccus, and spiral-shaped, spirillum. Of special interests are the cyanobacteria, which were the first organisms to photosynthesize in the same manner as plants. When cyanobacteria are symbionts with fungi, they form lichens.
Bacteria. 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 Bacteria.
What's going on out there?
How about you, good sir, give us an interpretation of a bacteria?
Well, my lad, a bacteria is a bit of a wee interesting thing. It's a bit tinier. If you look here, it's a bit tinier. See, you got the flagellum here. Bacteria are usually circular. They have circular DNA, unlike eukaryotic cell. They have their own domain of life, domain bacteria. It says it in the name. Benny here, he has tons of bacteria on his skin.
He has more than others.
When you don't shower, when you don't wash your feet, you get bacteria all over the place. And
here we see Doug Abernathy. He is an aerobic bacteria. He produces his own energy. He became mitochondria, which is inside of him and me and most of the people out there, not all. And it's what makes energy. Yes. Over here, we have Henry Manchester, who is a cyanobacteria. He became a chloroplast, which is used in all plants today to make food for themselves by using the sun. Sun's not out today, so that's why the plants are all dead. I'm sorry. And he's just weird. Bacteria reproduce asexually through binary fission by going bing and make exact copies of themselves. But sometimes they have the little rotting out of them right about there, which is used to inject their DNA into other bacteria. It is essentially sexual assault. So here we have Henry Manchester, and here we have Lord Von Strep. He walks up like, "Hey, I'm gonna inject my DNA into you." He's like, "No!" He's just like, "Phew." And yes, now he is exactly the same. That is possibly how these were created. It really isn't. No one realizes this yet, but this weirdie right here, look at that face. He's suspicious as hell right there. Oh my god, it smells like doom. Okay, his derriere area right about there just touched his innards. So technically we should probably all be in quarantine right now. Not even kidding. I think that's what the smell is. If I don't make it, I already recorded my last Smell and Testament, so. Meow. Yeah, he did too. He doesn't speak English that well. Here we see phagocytosis. He's using his flagellum to grab poor old Henry Manchester. He's grabbing him and just, and then he eats him and he's gone. And now, now he's just basically a superhero. I just totally touched it.
I got it. Alright, so this is how bacteria grows. See, people right here, like Lord Von Strep, have their flagellum. So what they do is they go on top of these other bacteria, and then whoosh, his flagellum just takes him over. And now he's big, and then he keeps growing, and so then he whoosh, grabs this one, and then see, he left that behind because that was unwanted. So then he goes whoosh, and gets another one, and now he's a super bacteria.
He smells really bad.